Good morning, brothers and sisters. It is currently 6:10 a.m. Central Standard Time on February the 19th, 2022. I hope our good creators keeping you well and safe wherever you are in the world. Please hit that like, share, and subscribe button, and ring that bell for any critical future updates, should there be any. We're starting off today on Schumann resonance today. We're looking at a 12-hour blackout where they're just not giving us any data. Oh, now this is the Russian model. I wonder what's going on over in Russia or Ukraine area. I don't know. We're going to roll over here to spaceweather.com, and as we get here, it looks like, look at this, geomagnetic storms are possible on the 20th. Yeah, I think I mentioned this a couple of days ago. When we rotate into it, now here's actually something that's kind of neat. We have rotating interaction regions. They call it a CIR. It's expected to hit the Earth's magnetic field. But look at this, we got they call it two doomed comets. I showed you this the other day where it's kind of just, this one is actually the bright one, this one's kind of dim, but it's funny because they stay equally spaced, and they travel directly together the whole way as they're going across. It's really kind of interesting to see that they stay exactly the same space, go exactly at the same speed. It's kind of unusual, I'll be honest with you. But this right here says Soho recorded their death dive, which really kind of is. That's what they call it. Traveling in tandem, two comets disintegrated as they approached the sun. The smaller one vaporized first, and the larger penetrated a bit deeper before it disappeared. Wow, ain't that something? So I think everybody should come on over here to spaceweather.com, give them a little bit of attention, let them know that they're doing a good job, because they really do. This is where I come to get a lot of information from, folks. We have stuff for near-Earth objects, any asteroids or anything. Today is the 19th, and we've got one looking at 2.8 lunar distance. That's between us and the moon. So it's 2.8 times that. It's only 9 meters, and it's traveling at 6 kilometers per second. So we're doing okay here. But down here at the bottom, look at this. Look at all these links. They have all these links here for different areas that you can go to try and look for things. I mean, these guys really do a pretty good job. I do like them, and they're a lot of times their main synopsis of what's recently going on isn't far off at all. They're actually pretty good. As of the 18th, we have 7 sunspots that are Earth-facing. Yippee-ki-yay. Now at spaceweatherlive.com, we're looking at... excuse me, can anybody guess what this is? This is Enlil. That's right, Enlil, the Anunnaki. See? Enlil, the Sumerian god, Anunnaki gods, showing that we had an explosion pop off the backside going away from the majority of the planets over here on this side. But actually, I wonder what planets are off to this side. We're going to have to go check that out here in a minute. So we've got these guys going off, this big one going off that way. But let's not forget, over here at the European Space Agency, we are going to be taking on 60. Oh, yeah. No, that's 50, excuse me. 50, that changed, didn't it? It was 60 the other day. That does look like 60, though, doesn't it? Isn't that crazy? It goes from 30 to 40, and then this looks like 60. Yeah, that does look like 60, doesn't it? See how they changed the numbers on us like that? That's a 6, that's not a 5. That's insane. Where's the 50? But anyways, 60 centimeters cubed, which it don't go no higher. We're going to be absorbing that on the 20th at 6:13 a.m. UTC time. Minus 6 hours off this. This will be 12:13, basically 13 minutes after midnight for Central Standard Time. So Eastern Standard Time, add an hour. If you're on the West Coast, start towards the West Coast, start subtracting. Alrighty. Now, as we come back over here, the Sumerian Anunnaki, looks like this pop is going off at a 45-degree angle, roughly, right? From where the Earth is. It looks like Mars is going to take a little punch of it, but let's go take a look at the solar system here. And here we've got Earth here, and it kind of went off in this direction. Mars is going to get a little bit of the edge of it, which means Saturn and Pluto are going to be getting some of that. So it'll be interesting to see if Saturn and Pluto pop up in the next couple of weeks of seeing some geomagnetic activity. You know, if that ends up hitting the news, because that was a pretty significant pop. So we will see what happens there. This could be very interesting. We are here at Solar System Scope, by the way, where you can actually interact with it. You can move it around. It's actually quite nice. I actually do like this. I'm actually surprised it's not playing. Usually there's music playing, but there's nothing playing. Huh. Oh well. It's very interesting. But anyways, moving on. And looking at our pressure, it's looking like our pressure is doing pretty well, to be honest with you. I don't see any major issues with it. And we can clearly see that we have had a little bit of pressure. We can see it pick up there, but then it kind of lightens up again. You can see the different impacts of it coming and going. But the real watch will be on the 20th around midnight. We'll see how our geomagnetic shield takes us. I mean, we're still doing well, but we'll take a look here by this time tomorrow and see what she's doing. We're going to jump over here to Iswa, and we are going to look at some fun stuff over here. Let me tell you what. Oh, I come down here to this. We're looking at 304 angstroms of light. And watch this region right over here. This is where we had our large explosion the other day, which is what we're going to be feeling on the 20th. From the backside, yeah, I know, it's kind of crazy, but look at that. Look at that filament. That stuff's just dancing all over. I mean, that's huge, folks. Look at that. That's just, it's beautiful to watch, but goodness gracious, it's kind of scary at the same time. I'm trying to get it on here. Sorry, it's really being a sensitive little thing today. My goodness. That's some craziness. I mean, when you consider that the Earth is like the size of this right here, that's a lot of movement on the surface of the sun for plasma. Little eerie. We also happen to have a friend right over here on the right side of the sun over here. See if I can find him here. He's actually pretty close to us versus the sun. But no, it wasn't this little guy. He's a lot bigger. Oh, wonder what happened there. Oh, there he is. Hey there, fella. Oh, come here, you. Yeah, this is actually closer to us than it is to the sun. That's pretty decent size. Look at that nice little skimming on by. But now we're going to go over here to one of my favorites, our overlay, and we're going to take a little bit better look and see if we've got anything coming inbound. Because that's what I like to know. Sometimes you don't necessarily see coronal mass ejections. We're just kind of going to... This is from the 17th, so we can see the action going on over here. Woo! Right here, look at that. See that? That is a coronal mass ejection. Not necessarily so much for flare. Oh, looks like we got a little friend right there. So there's a coronal mass ejection. It's coming our way. Not massive, but there is some coming our way. Oh, is that another one? Another small one? Look at that. There's another small one. Right there. Coming our way. Jeez Louise. Oh, hold on. Looks like there's one right here, too. And actually, if you guys notice, right as that ship is wanting to come over here, that mothership, see that? Right as it's starting to come up like it's going to like block us, all of a sudden this goes off, and it goes off over here, too. Watch this. Ooh, it doesn't like that. No, 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 no. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? Wild how they interact like that. Where else do we have anything going off? Anybody see anything? It's looking pretty good so far. got a little puff right here. Ooh, right here again, puffing off at us. See that? Another coronal mass ejection. This is why I like this one, because you got the different overlays of the different angstroms of light, so it's it's a little more difficult for it to stay hidden. Whoa, this is where that pop came off. That big one. Whew, that's the one that just went around the bend. Remember the one that we were saying was capable of X flares before, if it doesn't get around the corner? So it just X flared off the backside as it left us. So we dodged a bullet on that one. And then this right over here, we're seeing that dancing over here. Ooh, that was a lot of movement. And this is what's coming around at us. This is all coming around at us. Yippee-ki-yay, folks. So, yep. Everybody be prepared for around 6 a.m. UTC time. We're going to have some fun, but I'll keep my eyes out and see what's going on. Just remember, eyes open, no fear, folks. And remember that love is the only way forward.